Exham Priory presentation in association with all WNY News Radio. It's another week of the Nick and Dan Show, Season 2, bitches! Starring your hosts, Nick and that lovable motherfucker, Dan. Not to mention myself, Carl Winslow. And featuring Think So Joe.
For some reason, you people wanted this shit to continue. Here's the Nick and Dan Show.
Hey, drink another beer.
Mind if I do?
Everybody, welcome to another episode of the Nick and Dan Show. We have Stationwagon in the All WNY News and Radio headquarters with us.
Yes, sir.
Guys, how you doing today?
You're doing great.
Great. Let's go through and introduce yourself. We'll start with you, Nolan.
All right, I'm Nolan Curtis. Play guitar and sing in the band. Started it out back in 2011 as a sensitive acoustic duo, and now I don't know what we are. We're a trio.
We're a sensitive acoustic.
Yeah, we're go with that,
Yeah,
sure.
We got kicked out of every lounge in Niagara County, Priory County.
Did you really?
Now we're trying to get kicked out of all the rock and roll bars.
Nobody will take us in.
Coffee houses too.
Up next.
Mark Reichert, I play bass with these guys.
Short and sweet.
That's it. I play bass with them, that's it.
Right.
Poor fucker.
Alright, finally, to our left.
I'm Jeff. I play drums, sing backup vocals, and I'm very privileged to be a part of this trio.
And he can count to 4.
I can count to 4.
That is a definite
Right.
skill that you need in a drummer.
We found out this skill of his earlier. It came to light. He counts to 4, and very well at that, as you said.
Quickly.
Yes.
Quickly now, my boy.
Are you looking for the
Let
beer
me-
bag?
So we talking like a Ramones? 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, Jeff.
Okay.
We need the beer bag down here. No one's
Oh,
a little
sorry.
bit-
Just throw me down the can.
Certainly.
Pass me a can, please.
That's all you're getting, because the bottles are gone. I drank the last year's birthday beer.
Yeah. Christmas.
You're welcome.
That
Christmas.
That was a Jesus beer.
Jesus birthday beer. Jesus birthday beer, exactly.
His,
You know what a birthday beer is.
I don't. What's it like? What's it like?
What does Bertels crush us? What does Bertels?
Right, Nick's in the band now.
Right.
There is.
Well, Dan, go fuck yourself.
Okay.
Right back at you, buddy.
All right.
I liked your set at the in the garage with the 2 bikes.
Right, you know,
That
it was
fucking
fun.
Cool.
It was fun. Like, I definitely do miss that aspect a little bit, but
I just really don't want to bring my bike up the 3 flights of stairs to get in this
yeah, we
office,
definitely
so-
talked about it, but
Yeah.
Mine wouldn't fit in the
Jeff would write it up.
Yeah, all right.
Oh.
I'll take it down, too.
Put a cardboard cutout of one.
and it might be taken up and down all in one crack, too.
Exactly. We'll take four attempts, and I'll get both things done within 6 attempts.
There you go. I like it.
Get them jump the falls, I guess.
Oh, I need to Knievel some shit up. There we go.
There's an Evil Knievel museum in Niagara Falls. Not too
Yeah, there is.
Way off the beaten track. It was like
Really?
I'm driving out of town and I see this Evil Knievel museum out of the corner of my eye. And it looks like some beat up junk store actually.
Here's the baseball bat you almost pulled the manager with.
So it's on Clifton Hill, the main drag.
No, it's way out in the
Garrison.
way out on like what is that name of that road?
Old Stone Road.
Dominion.
Laurel
Or something.
Stone.
Oh, yeah. Way the fuck out there.
Wow.
I actually used to know that area. 'Cause, yeah, I lived in St.
Like off of Bridge Street, like whatever the main drag is off Bridge Street.
Mm-hmm.
If you make a right heading out of town, it's down there. Just before you get to the factories. The factory, that one factory.
We
It's
should
still
just
operating, I think.
take,
It's not like ours.
Yeah, right.
Still a factory.
we should take a day and
All we've
just
got
do
is
all the
the-
friggin' museums.
All we've got is the
Yeah,
the garbage burning incinerator.
Yeah, right.
gotta have that.
I don't know how they get away with that. Every morning, like all the ash from that stuff, I see them on my car in the morning. I say, how is this company getting away with it?
And the smell.
I definitely notice it late, like when I'm coming home from band practice. I definitely notice it more predominantly than like they must up
They
production.
do it at night, so
over
the whole
there.
season. Yeah.
Yeah, somebody knows
Especially them doing
somebody.
the same thing.
Mhm.
The smoke
Somebody knows
returns
somebody.
black.
There's no way you're gonna shut that shit down.
Well, even coming out of Johnny's place on Fall Street, you know, it's the same thing. It's just like, oh god.
Mhm.
So it's on Fall Street. We're on Fall Street.
Falls in 24.
Of course, that's near. What's the name of that crazy bar? On Fall
Oh,
Street?
you're thinking of not Marcel's.
Yeah, Marcel's.
Or, yeah, maybe that is
Yeah,
Marcel's.
Marcel's, where you can still smoke.
Ooh, right.
How
I,
come we
well, I
never
always
go
figured,
there?
is it that one that's Marcel's or is it the other one? Because it's either that one or the one that's like a couple of
Yeah,
blocks
that's
up and around the
like
corner.
Waylon
right around the
Jennings'
corner.
son plays there like once a year.
Yeah.
We were
Ah,
playing a
shit.
gig at Lock, Stock, and Barrel, and hardly anybody went to it.
Mhm.
And,
No weather, yeah.
and Dee, the owner, was saying, well, you know, it was the Marcel's was having their pig roast, a free pig roast. Everybody's
Mhm.
there. Then we find out, like, we go back. I'm talking to her later. She says, yeah, everybody that went there got food poisoning because they didn't pick. Oh,
Jesus Christ.
It's like, well, I guess I would have just gone, like, you know, you should have come see us and listen to bad music rather than eat bad food.
Right. Always with the bad music. This one.
Yeah. No respect. No
Nah, he's a
respect.
great. No, he's a great writer. I don't know why he's always picking on himself. Great fucking writer, man. You're good.
No, I mean bad. It's like bad, like bad.
Oh, tough.
Yo, it's
Tough. Okay.
bad, man. It's real bad.
That's
That's right.
That kind of bad. Okay.
Yup.
I got you.
We're bad's cool, man. Real groovy.
Who's bad?
You are bad.
Dum, 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 dum. I can't do that. I used to be able to do that.
Don't do that.
I can grind my balls. That's all I can
Yes.
Mm.
Want to go up there, Jeffrey?
do. Do I want to grow up?
A glove.
Oh, no. I had a dream, though, that I had drumming gloves. Special drumming gloves the other
Hulk
night.
hands, yeah.
They were like, oh, they're fingerless. They're fingerless drumming gloves. And they were knit
Oven
gloves. They were pretty fucking fat. They were fat, yeah.
Mickey Mouse, the three fingers.
Almost. I think they were like a ring. Like, you know the fingerless gloves I have? They were kind of like that, and they were drumming gloves. I was all happy to have drumming gloves. That was the dream.
Zildjian makes
The
those.
drumming gloves. What?
Zildjian makes those.
Yeah, I know they do. I didn't care for them.
When's your birthday again? Oh, you don't celebrate
I don't have
birthdays.
a birthday.
That's right.
Jehovah's Witnesses don't have birthdays. It doesn't matter to me, though. More people should have one.
I've always been curious. Any reason for that, as far as why they
Yeah.
don't? Like, what? I've just always been curious. I never really.
I know, it's puzzling.
It's a celebration of oneself. Not
Yeah, exactly.
What's that?
And you know what else? It's
They're
like more
against
money.
celebration of yourself.
It's more
Okay.
money to give
It's
to
all
the
the time.
church if you're not buying your kids birthday.
Well,
Yeah,
that doesn't happen with the witnesses, though. It really doesn't. But, you know, you hit the nail on the head.
Okay.
It's bringing too much attention to yourself. And bad things happen in birthdays in the Bible. Like John the Baptist got lopped off at Herod's
Mm.
birthday. You know, so it's just like, yeah, we'll stay away from that.
Right.
A little bit flatter.
I think it's
Yeah,
nice, you know.
Hitler, Hitler was born
On my son's birthday.
on his
April
birthday
20th.
too. That was a
420,
bad
Yeah,
thing.
April 20th.
420, yeah.
My son's birthday is like so many things.
Weed was
going on.
invented on 420.
Super Troopers is Super
I
Troopers
heard.
2 is opening
Yup.
April 20th.
I
so
heard.
fucking weird, yeah.
Taxes.
It's a hell of a fucking date. When you got your Waco, all sorts of stuff. I mean, it just goes on
I
and on.
forgot
It goes
about
on
Waco
and on
being on that
and
date.
on
Shit.
and on. You have people, waiting to do fucked up shit on April 20th.
Mm-hmm.
And when Jake was first born, I used to say, like, oh, he's here, he's going to clean that date up, like, that's why he was born, Fuck Hitler, all that shit.
So see, I'm like the reverse reason for Martin Luther King Day. I was born to fuck it up.
Oh, really?
Yup.
You haven't messed it up.
Ja-
It's still
January
nice.
15th, right? It's still
It's
nice.
still nice.
It's still
So
nice.
you gotta watch
Give it
how
a
you word
word,
that,
yeah.
man. Because it's like, oh, I was born the opposite. I'm extremely racist.
Yeah.
You gotta watch how you word that, man.
You do, yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, I used to
alright,
love
true.
to make jokes about, like, as in putting yourself in the third person as being, like, a racist knucklehead,
Mhm.
And I used to love doing that, but now it's like, don't do that.
Yeah.
Can't do it.
People
Can't
don't
do
have
it
the same
anymore,
sense of humor anymore.
No.
So they don't.
Humor has shriveled. It's
Right, like
shriveled,
they can't take sarcasm. Like you guys know me, you obviously know I'm not. I'm
Yeah.
not racist.
Perfectly put, yeah.
Got
Make
time
fun
for
of me
that.
all you like.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead, I don't care.
Right, a joke's a fucking joke.
Yeah.
That's how I look at it.
People are too touchy.
Mm-hmm.
What about that Aziz Ansari?
Oh,
Chick's
I think
talking
he's
about
hysterical.
Chick's talking about some bad date she had with her, where she was just trying to hold herself out, basically. Like, oh yeah, it's a famous person. Maybe I can get something out of this dude.
Right.
The girl you're talking about, is she Canadian or something?
No, she's anonymous, but she anonymously accused him of, like, you know, she talks about this date that she went on with him, where, you know, they go out for a rest dinner, and he's rushing her through dinner, like, let's just go to my place.
Oh, I just want to.
And the dumbass goes to his place. He's like, well, I don't want to go to your place. I want dessert. I want at least dessert before I put out.
You can't have it
Yeah,
on my
right.
place.
Like, get all my
You know?
courses of the meal out of the way. Hell.
You gotta work for it.
Right, after dessert, maybe get like a little one of those little glasses of ice wine too. Like, get the whole shebang out before you fucking go back to the house.
Dirt for more, take
Yeah, that's
home
what
with
the
it.
ice wine's for, you know, just to, like,
Right.
get more money out of the date.
Right.
Freedom ain't free.
Dessert and
aren't
dessert
free.
wine.
I
Freedom's
definitely
not
want
free.
diabetes. I want the gelato and the ice wine.
Hey, be your own dessert.
You go hard with that stuff,
No,
don't you?
fuck that.
You don't play around.
Gelato.
Can't do
That
it.
does sound good.
Yeah, I haven't had that in dogs in years.
I think they had 3 different gelato places in Niagara on the Lake on that little main drag there.
Oh, yeah.
Everything there is so fucking expensive.
Fancy, isn't
I would
You're
just go
gonna
into the
find that in any
stores.
of those like kitschy areas though.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, they had $60 bottles of maple syrup there.
I don't doubt that.
You know,
yeah.
it was like a pint of maple syrup for $60. I'm like, oh my god, who buys this stuff?
That was dollars, right?
And now for some fucking commercials. Be sure to catch Stationwagon out live May 18th. That's a Friday night at Beaches, 248 Allen Street, Buffalo, New York. Start time 10 p.m. with Bindley Hardware Company, Jungle Steve, and Alberta. See Stationwagon live. Are you looking for your next amplifier? Are you trying to redefine your sound? Do you need that piece of equipment to complement your amazing guitar playing? Well, look no further. Bison Electronics has what you need. Look up Bison Electronics online. Handmade from the ground up in Buffalo, New York.
Hi there! This is Nick from Dan Nick's Used Guitar Emporium. I know what y'all are thinking out there. Down there at that little small shop, all they got is about 4 guitars and that's about it. You're wrong! Need yourself a microphone? Think you're not fucking loud enough? You're right! You need to be louder so everybody can hear you. Grab this microphone right here. You can hold it like this, or if you want to be an asshole, like this. Need cables? Got them bitches too. Come on down to Dan Nick's Used Guitar Emporium, where you can make your ass louder.
And now for world news with that asshole, Dick Handy. It's another week of world news from me, Dick Handy, with the Nick and Dan Show. Thanks for tuning in. So, what's been happening this past week? Again, I'm really not paying attention. I'm beginning to think that I'm a terrible reporter and that Nick and Dan may fire me. But quite honestly, I don't care because I've already sunk to this level. Take a look at yourself in the mirror today. If you think that you've hit rock bottom, you probably have. In fact, let's not talk about the world news. Let's talk about your life and how you're probably disappointing somebody right now. I know that I am. You might as well join in if you're not already. I'll tell you right now, setting the bar that low makes for a much easier life. Because then, they don't expect shit from you. This is Lack of the World News with Dick Handy.
tell us a little bit of background about you guys. Like, did it all start with Stationwagon? Was there stuff going on before then? Walk us through the process here.
Yeah, well, I mean, with me, it started out with, what did it start out with? Like, I always played music and stuff, and then I took a vacation from it, tried to be an adult, and that didn't work out too well, so it's like, well, let me go back to playing music. And now I've been at it for about 15 years since I got back into it, and about 5 years of gigging. And, you know, it's just been great, you know, like the best thing about playing music is meeting the other musicians, because it's just like, they're the only ones in the world that realize how much effort it goes into like playing music. I remember before I really got serious about playing music again, I'd watch a band and hear somebody hit a wrong note. It's like, oh, that guy's not good. You know? Now I realize, like, now it's like, he only hit one wrong note. It's way better than me. I usually hit about 10 during every solo.
Yep.
So, and everybody's super cool, you know, it's just like, yeah, you like music? I like music. It's like being a kid again. Like when you're at the playground, you'd be throwing a ball around. It's like, you know, you like, I mean, I'm going to date myself now. It's like, you like Reggie Jackson? I like Reggie Jackson, you know? But, I mean, that's the best thing about it. Like, we don't make any money. Everybody thinks we're stupid for doing it, but we have fun.
Right.
That's all that matters.
Fucking
Like,
A to that.
yeah.
Here, here.
You're here.
Having
So-
fun.
But anyway, back to like playing the music. Okay, I got started out when I went back into playing music. I just wanted to play like Delta blues. I love Delta blues. Like I always loved that. I like those guys that played the metal guitars, those shiny metal resonator guitars. So I bought one of those, and I started like learning how to play it, and I just realized, man, I suck. so then I just realized I just practiced and practiced and practiced, and I still sucked, but you know I kind of learned how to play the tunes. And it just went from there, and it just became an obsession of playing music. Like, you just never feel right unless you got a guitar in your hand, at least at some point during the day.
Right.
You know, like the first thing I do when I get out of bed is like, where's my guitar? You know? Let me sit around and play a little bit, or just look at it. I just like to look at it.
Yep. Like, oh, there you are. I'm okay now.
Yeah, man.
It mellows you out.
It's like when you were a kid and you had the baseball glove. You like take your baseball glove to bed.
Yeah,
right.
I have not changed one bit.
Changing and being an adult is overrated
Yeah, it
anyway.
sucks.
Fuck that shit.
It
Yeah.
sucks.
Well, I never tried it.
Yup.
So anyway, that's about, you know, to make a long story short a bit, my buddy here, we used to like always be into like different hobbies. We always try different things. This is like the first thing that we actually tried together that actually stuck. Like we've been doing it for a while now, and we used to always have these different ideas like, oh, let's do this, let's do that. But you know, the music fucking hit a nerve, and we're still doing it. And, you know, having fun doing it. You know, so
Nice.
it's all about fun. Man.
Cool, man. Cool. How about you? Where does it all start for you?
I big music lover growing up. Whole family was into music. Never had enough balls to actually go up and do it for real. Then finally, Nolan a couple years ago needed. I think I need a bass player. I'm like, you know what? That sounds like something fun to do. So I picked up a bass and tried to figure it out a little bit and played a little drum background, with background in elementary school.
Okay.
Then, along with his patience and tutelage and Jeff's patience and tutelage, here's where I am a couple years later. So, trying.
All right. That's awesome, dude.
Oh, yeah.
Awesome. How about you?
Ooh, yeah. Well, music pretty much. Other than my son, music, without trying to be too maudlin. Other than my son, music's the most important thing to me. I realized that after, like you said, I've taken breaks. You know, I've had breaks, and like I was like, oh, I'll get back into it. You know. Long story short, as a child, well, I didn't really care for my old man, but he did two things that I admired about him. He had a sense of humor, and
You must have.
yeah, I mean, he was a twisted weirdo. No, really. I don't get into it. Forget about him. But anyway, except for the fact that like he had a shitload of 8-tracks, you know, and that was his big thing. You know, when 8-tracks come out, you know, I mean, when they start getting big, he had to have the basement bedroom, you know, because we had. My sister came along, so like I took their bedroom. They moved downstairs. They had a stereo and tons of 8-tracks. And like my favorite 8-tracks were Johnny Cash, Glenn Campbell, the Platters,
Nice.
and I mean, I don't know if you guys remember there was a Glenn Campbell show, you know,
Oh,
on
yeah.
TV. That would have been like 60, 67, 8, somewhere around there. And like, when I got my first pair of bell bottoms, I remember like nobody was home, you know, like, you know, I'm remembering this fucking stupid like, no, not that, close. Okay, I saw Glenn Campbell sitting on one of those studio props, and he's swinging his legs, you know, and he's got these fucking bell bottoms on. I'm like, wow, you know, I ain't got those, you know. So when I got some bell bottoms, I remember like sitting there by myself, you know, like my mom would put on an 8-track, she'd skedaddle, start doing, you know, housework. And I'm like going like this, like, you know, I'm like singing along to it, and I'm thinking, I ain't got the sideburns, I just got the, you know, bell bottoms, but I love, you know, music is fucking important, super important. I hear my mother's voice in the background, The Great Pretender. Oh, yes, I'm the great Jeff. I always thought it was her going, Jeff, and it's a trumpet. I didn't know this until much later. But no, I mean, like, I was really, music was very, very freaking important. Loved sports, loved hockey, but like, I got really stuck on music. Good friend of mine, Eric Haggard, incredible guitarist. I was fortunate enough to be friends with him. We were like the freaks, you know, people throw shit at us, literally, on the way to and from school. And I was a Jehovah's Witness, and he just looked weird, you know. So we got together to start playing, and I really, really liked it. I moved to New York for about 10 years or so. I got to meet some really people I never thought I'd meet, you know, and like, you know, kind of get into like, you know, see how things are done, you know. And so that kind of kept me going with it. But like you said, I took breaks, and I had freaking horrible drug problems for the longest time. Gotten over that, and just, you know, there was this one thing, like when I go to group, you know, it's like, you know, if you keep working hard enough, you know, something will come back to you. And I'm like, yeah, something's going to come back to me, right? Well, this knucklehead calls me up from out of the blue. I'm at my sister's house. I'm fucking homeless, right? My cell phone rings, and I'm like, I don't know who this is. And Alicia goes, don't do that. You know, because like she's getting sick of me, you know. She's like,
Please, somebody call him.
yeah, somebody fucking call this guy, right? So she goes, don't do that. And that was a big, I mean, you know, where I'm at now, long story short, that was a big, you know, everybody has like tiny little moments that you normally wouldn't pay attention to. You know, that was a big friggin' moment. And it was him calling me. This was 2 years ago. He was calling me about doing the Lou Reed tribute. And I was sick as a dog. I mean, I was so freaking sick. I was just like sick at heart, sick at soul. Like this, you know, sweating like pig. It was awful. And I went and, you know, we went down to, you know, a friend of his place in Kenmore. Just, we practiced. All in one day we practiced, loaded up, whatever we had to load up. I didn't have nothing.
We argued a lot too.
What's that?
No, it's just argued a lot.
Learn 3 songs
Yeah.
in 2 hours and played it that night.
Yeah,
Yeah,
what
right,
had
that's right.
happened-
You-
what
you-
had happened
I
was I
remember-
had this band together, supposedly, like, and we were supposed to do, it was every year, Dave Gutierrez from Irving Claus puts this tribute together for Lou Reed's birthday.
On March 20th,
Who's like the unsung hero of American rock and roll. I mean, almost everything in American rock and roll comes out of, has to go through Lou Reed or is referenced through Lou Reed in some weird way. And so we do this birthday tribute. So it was the first year I was doing it, and the guys that I was doing it with, there were 2 friends. One was a guitar player, Scott Nestler. You probably know Scott Nestler. And then his buddy is a drummer. And his buddy came down with a toothache that the infection went into his arm.
No shit.
So he calls me up that day, the day that we're supposed to, like, we're going to get together and like, do a quick practice and then go do the show. He says, hey man, I'm so sorry, I can't do it. My arm, it's like I got this toothache. I'm like, well, dude, go to the doctor, go to the emergency room. That stuff might kill you. Like, forget about it. So then I called up a buddy of mine, because I didn't even know Jeff at the time. I called up a buddy of mine and said, hey man, that played drums, you want to play? And it's like, no, I can't do it, but I know just the guy for you. And this dude is psychic. It's hilarious. John Simon. somebody I've known ever since I was 18. Fucking cool guy. He's like, I know just the guy. Call him Jeff Schaefer. He's the man for you. and sure enough, I call him Jeff. He's like, yeah, sure, I can do it. So I pick him up from his house. He's like, hey, man. In my like little,
My sister's.
yeah, my little Ford Focus. Mm-hmm. We drive out to Kenmore to Billy Logal's brother-in-law, who is actually a Buffalo cop. There's a Buffalo cop car in the driveway.
I'm like, hey, what are we doing here?
Yeah,
I was still coming off years of opiates.
Yeah,
It's an intervention, buddy.
Yeah, right.
We meet up with Billy Logal and Jay Stevens. Jay Stevens lived in the Falls. He had Kenmore Music, amazing guitar player.
He should have stayed here.
He ended up playing with us.
He should have stayed here, Stevens.
Yeah, right. And so we do this practice, like it's literally an hour, maybe 2 hours before we're supposed to go on and play. So we go down in the basement. We're running through these 4 songs. Everybody's arguing about like how the song's supposed to be. It's like, if you've ever met Billy Logal, he's the most like argumentative.
Thinks a bit of himself.
Yeah, just like everything is just like he looks like Alex Baldwin. Alex Baldwin.
Yeah,
and he acts just fucking like him.
Yep.
Yeah, he does remind me of Alex Baldwin.
It's pretty.
So
Very
he's
Baldwin-ish.
So he's arguing with Jay, who Jay knows like more about music in his like little finger than Billy knows in his whole body. He's arguing with him, and I finally like, shut the fuck up, Billy. Like, let's just play these fucking songs.
You can imagine me, right?
You know,
I'm sick. I'm still don't
he's just sitting there drinking beer. It's there's
I'm
like a case
one
of
after the
Pabst
other.
Blue Ribbon.
Yeah. It was a
He's just
32.
thinking, what the fuck
pack.
did I get myself into? We gotta go play.
No,
in
it was
15
just like
minutes.
I was happy.
Yeah.
I was there was 2 drums.
So
literally.
So then we jet down to Nietzsche's, and get there like maybe 15 minutes before we're supposed to go on. We get out and play these songs, and you know, it all went okay.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah. And then maybe like 6 months later, we already had a drummer in the Stationwagon band at the time.
And I straightened up by then.
And then like about 6 months later, we got together with Jeff, because the other guy, he was too busy with his. He was like the other guy that played drums with us. He's one of those dudes that he loved to go to concerts. Mm-hmm. He would like at the drop of a hat go to Cleveland to see some band, or you know, and he had like a room full of records. And I finally told him, man, like, you gotta decide whether you want to be in a band or go watch bands.
Right.
And
You want to go watch?
Yeah, so I was like,
Watch band.
yeah. So we've been together ever since then, since October of a year ago.
Yeah. All right. And boy, what a year!
And he's a great. Jeff is a great person to be in a band with, because he just loves to practice. Like it's any time. If we haven't practiced for a day, he's like, okay, when are we going to practice next?
No, I know. Well, I did for a while. You're right. Yeah.
We went, 11 days without practicing playing?
Yeah, that was
so I mean, it's good. I mean, that's
withdrawal.
because I mean that's I mean, believe it or not, you know, I mean, you guys know it. The key to having music that sounds natural and real is when you just play it a lot.
Yeah, gotta work at it.
And more commercials. Whoopee!
What's up, fuckers? It's Dan from Dan and Nick's Used Guitar Emporium. Guess what we just got in? This motherfucker right here. You see this goddamn thing? This is what we like to call an extreme bass. Do you know why we call it an extreme bass? Because it's in the shape of a fucking X. It's so fucking metal. And obviously, I know metal. Like Nickelback and Katy Perry. And for reference, that latest Katy Perry album was fucking bonkers. It'll melt your goddamn face from the inside like a firework. See this thing right here? The headstock is pointy. So when you're in your fucking metal bands, you can impale your enemies. You can put their fucking corpse heads right on the goddamn guitar and play on the fucking stage with their heads on the guitar. Now I know what you're thinking. Dan, that bass has only got 2 strings. And you're fucking right. Do you want to know why it's only got 2 strings? A, it's rare. B, are you a bass player? Do you want to take your Delta Death, sludgecore, sewer grind, new metal band to new heights? Do you want to take your guitars and your basses and drop them to Q quarter flat? This fucker will do it right here. Because if you're going that low, you need room between the strings to move. Otherwise, you're just going to slap together and sound like shit. Filthy from corn. So, come on down to Dan and Nick's Used Guitar Emporium, where we have this rare 2-string bass. Could be yours, and it's fucking extreme.
Are you looking for your next amplifier? Are you trying to redefine your sound? Do you need that piece of equipment to complement your amazing guitar playing? Well, look no further. Bison Electronics has what you need. Look up Bison Electronics online. Handmade from the ground up in Buffalo, New York. Be sure to catch Stationwagon out live May 18th. That's a Friday night at Beaches, 248 Allen Street, Buffalo, New York. Start time 10 p.m. with Bindley Hardware Company, Jungle Steve, and Alberta. See Stationwagon live.
Is the banana in your pocket losing its appeal? Not quite as firm and ripe as it once was? Afraid your lady's about to split? Will a capuchin monkey walk away in disgust? Is it about time to consider making nut bread with your mushy fruit? Fear not, it's Bob Paulmana's potassium supplement. Side effects include, but are not limited to, spots on your peel, pale yellow color, loss of erection, opening from the wrong end, low blood pressure, high blood pressure, no blood pressure, unwanted satanic friends, divorce, marriage, polygamous marriage, premature browning, attraction of fruit flies, spontaneous human combustion, feeling of spiritual enlightenment, and finally, overwhelming feeling of wanting to add yourself to your favorite breakfast cereal. Bob Paul's potassium supplement. Good for you.
Yeah, so listen here, boy. This is one of Carl's purple fuzzy friends. We're just gonna call me Minion number 1. And today, I'm here to teach you about the fucking bear. Bears are very dangerous creatures. You should not approach them whatsoever. Now, yes, they may look fuzzy and adorable. I completely understand. I mean, I look that way too. But guess what? I'm not gonna bite your fucking head off, boy. But you know what? I guess you have to be a pretty badass motherfucking animal to be lined up with such other apex predators. I mean, you guys may have seen that movie, you know, the one where that girl gets sucked up in a tornado and then slammed in the middle of nowhere with some crazy ass flying monkeys and a green chick is trying to get her ass. I mean, fuck. But they were all about lions, tigers, and bears. Obviously, they would not have put those three together unless they were all of equal danger. Now, just to give you another example, a bear's alternative name is a danger floof. That's right, danger floof. Now, if you thought that you were only in danger if you are on the ground, you're fucking wrong, boy. Now let me tell you something. I found out bears can climb shit. And not even just the tiny ones either. The big ass motherfuckers. The full grown ones that are gonna eat you if they see you nearby. Now, you should also be aware there are many other types of bears out there. There's this thing called a koala bear. Now, I'm not really sure if a koala is actually a bear or not. I don't care. It's in a tree. See? Just like the bear. So obviously, it qualifies. But beyond that, there's also the polar bear. Now they live where it is fucking cold. And they also are all white. Well, actually, they're more of like a urine yellow. But that's neither here nor there. After that, we've also got the brown bear. Now, I know what some of you may be thinking. He's waving at us. He can't be all that bad. I mean, he looks adorable, but again, we revisited earlier. I look adorable too, and I will cut a motherfucker if you try and jip me. Speaking of which, Carl, I know you're listening. You owe me $5 still. Now, anyway, beyond that, if you listen to Dwight Schrute, we have the most dangerous bear, the black bear. Black bears can fuck some shit up. But let's not forget, they have much larger cousin, the grizzly bear. Now, the grizzly bear is terrifying. Look at those fucking teeth. He's gonna eat your ass. Now, not the fun type of eat your ass, but never mind. You know what I fucking meant. Anyway, moving on. Their cousin to the far east is the panda bear. Now, the panda bear, they're pretty adorable. There aren't a lot of them out there, but they've got the little black patches and the ears and the logo for WWF. You know, the fake one, not the real one with pro wrestling and the dudes in the Speedos. But anyway, I'm getting off track here. There's also some other cool things about these guys. One, they love fish. So as long as they're not a fish, you're fine. Also, something else, they are adorable little toys. They were named after one of the greatest presidents that we of the United States have ever had, Teddy Roosevelt, which is why we've got the teddy bear.
Whoa, hang on a second.
Well, Carl, there you are.
What the fuck are you teaching these people? God damn it. Teddy Roosevelt was a fucking douchebag, and let me tell you why. For all you people that are watching, I have a quick disclaimer. What we're about to show you is some serious fucked up shit. So let me tell you about Teddy Roosevelt, the 150th President of the United States. I'm not really sure what number he is off the top of my head. I don't fucking care. Let me tell you a little bit about this bastard. Teddy Roosevelt rang in the fucking last century as our president. Now, first off, the guy had one sweet mustache. I gotta give him that. Also, he's well known for his sayings about breaking up any type of monopoly, such as carry a big stick. Well, Teddy, I'm sure you always carry a big stick. Beyond politics, right here we've got him riding a fucking moose. Have you ever ridden a fucking moose? I know I haven't. That's pretty badass. But also, unpopular truth, Teddy also liked to shoot shit. All the time, actually. Like this elephant. Or this rhinoceros. And here's a drawing of Teddy Roosevelt killing a fucking lion and then holding his hand up victoriously. Now, all because one time, his people dragged up some bear cubs, all tied up, and Teddy thought that it wasn't fair to shoot these little creatures, so he did it. Because of that one fucking instance, it completely wiped out the fact that this motherfucker would hunt down and kill animals all the fucking time. Now, we have the teddy bear. So anyway, I just wanted to make sure we had that fucking clear. God damn it, minion number one.
Listen, Carl, I'm sorry.
No, if you're gonna talk about shit, make sure you give them all the facts. But here, I'm gonna give it back to you.
Well, thanks, Carl, for clarifying that. Stupid, smarmy son of a bitch. I always think you know what you're talking about. Tell me what to do, because you talked about duck peoples once.
What? What the fuck was that?
No, nothing, bro. I didn't say nothing. Listen, get the fuck out of here. Have a good day. But anyway, bears. Watch out for them. They're dangerous. Whether they're walking along up on you like this, or if one stands up and looks at you like, come at me, bro. Or if they make this fucking face. Or if you just happen to be a bass player, like that. Because remember, bears hate the sound of smooth bass playing. They're a natural enemy of the bass player. So bass players, watch out, motherfuckers, because the bears are coming for you. But anyway, in conclusion, bears, the danger floof. Stay the fuck away unless they are in a zoo or somewhere out in the wild not close enough to eat you.
So, ladies and gentlemen, coming up, we're going to have some fucking Stationwagon for you, playing some music. We'll be right back.
And now for those things we call ads again. Be sure to catch Stationwagon out live May 18th. That's a Friday night at Beaches, 248 Allen Street, Buffalo, New York. Start time 10 p.m. with Bindley Hardware Company, Jungle Steve, and Alberta. See Stationwagon live. Are you looking for your next amplifier? Are you trying to redefine your sound? Do you need that piece of equipment to complement your amazing guitar playing? Well, look no further. Bison Electronics has what you need. Look up Bison Electronics online. Handmade from the ground up in Buffalo, New York. Now a performance from the Stationwagon.
Alright, so ladies and gentlemen, for your listening pleasure, we give you Stationwagon! Stationwagon!
when you play it, play for tenth. My daddy said, son, never you wish you were there.
And that's all from the Nick and Dan Show for this week. Be sure to tune in on the YouTube channel at Exham Priory for Tuesday Antics, plus the full extended version every Thursday on allwnyradio.com.